Hey guys, it's my week 12 update. I'm just gonna make it kind of quick because not a whole lot has happened this week. First off, I want to go ahead and thank everybody who watched and responded and gave support in my last video. It really is appreciated, and I thank you all for the kind words. My depression is not something that is dangerous. I'm not in any danger myself. I'm depressed, and that's truth. Um, but things have been a little better since last week. Last week I was kind of in a funk, and it may just be hormone cycles. Yeah, I know the women on here talk quite a bit about Shark Week and the hormones that lead up to it, and that making you do crazy things. Um, and I get it. Men don't have that same physical process that goes on, but hormones cycle for everybody. So um, it could be just part of that for me. Um, but I just wanted to thank you all for being very supportive, and for the kind words. So moving on to this week, I'll go over my stats. My highest weight was in November 2016. I was 365 pounds. On December 20th, 2016, I had the VSG vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery. My weight at time of surgery was 338 pounds. Last week I was coming at you at 284, and this week I am coming to you at 280. Yeah. And I'm still doing some minor calculus with the scale. So I think the lowest I saw on one of my scales, because I have two. Um, I use one to record an official weight, even though I'm adding additional numbers to it. The other one is just at a convenient location, and I step on it every once in a while. Not every day, but every once in a while. The official one I actually do step on every day because I'm crazy. Um, the lowest I saw on either of the scales was 275, and that's on the one that I don't step on every day. It is not as accurate, I've found. I made it weigh the same a couple times in a row, but it runs a couple pounds shy of the other one. So I do think that I've actually gone a little under 280 this week, but not much. So 280. So my trend of 4 pounds a week is keeping up. Uh, I wish it would go higher, but what can you do? Yesterday I was extremely hungry. Um, it was kind of worrying me because growing up, just over time, growing up and throughout most of my adult life, I could go have a meal, um, eat well, get full, and then 30 minutes later be ready to eat something else again, looking for something else. Um, and it's not tied to emotions or anything. It's not like I'm shoving more food in to be uncomfortable. It's that there's these days where I'm just hungry and nothing seems to satisfy. Um, I hadn't experienced that I had one day early on where I did experience that kind of hunger, but it was after a day where I'd worked out pretty intensely, and my calories were still at like 400 calories, and I had burned more than 400 calories in the workout, so I think my body was just literally trying to rebuild hunger at that for that one. Um, but I can't account for yesterday. Monday, I went into the office, as I do, and working from there. I mean, I have the meals that I plan out, but I don't, because of the hour-long commute in the evening. I don't typically go to the gym on Mondays. That's sort of my day of rest, and so I can't account for the extra hunger, and it worried me. It made me frustrated and just like, why is this happening? I should not be hungry, um, because quite honestly, the meals that I've had this week, I've had pretty much the same meal as I've had on other days. The same amount of food, just hungrier. Um, and I posted that on Instagram, and some people have some very good points about hormones, and maybe I'm just not hitting my macros correctly. There's a lot of options there, and today's been better. I just have to make sure to keep it under control. Um, yeah, I don't know. um, that's really all I have this week. Just one hungry day and some weight loss. Nothing exciting going on. Oh, I did go shopping this weekend, or this past weekend, and got a couple new shirts. A couple that don't fit me yet. This red one here and that blue one there. They're still a little too tight across the hernia, mostly because I have pretty big love handle area, which I knew they were going to be tight anyways, but they're just not quite there. And then I got one that uh, ended up being super long on me. But yeah, new shirts. I'm exciting. I haven't really been doing a super ton. I mean, I on that Saturday I went shopping. I decided I'd go to an outlet mall, just pick up a couple shirts, because we have one. It's relatively close. So I went there, walked around all the stores, um, just for the exercise. Go ahead and walk around all the stores. And then I went to Nebraska Furniture Mart, which is I don't know if there's more than one. There may be, I mean, there's probably one in Nebraska, but I think there's only like two stores. It's huge. Huge. Like a furniture the store the size of a mall. Big. Um, and I walked around it and looked at all the stuff, for no reason other than to be out walking and doing things, getting out of the house. And then I went to a couple more stores. I wasn't in either one very long. A Target, a Walmart, a Best Buy, just different things that I could walk around in. Kind of trick myself into thinking exercise is not exercise. Uh, yeah, so nothing special there. Um, I have not done a video for the March Munchies. Probably not going to. Um, I actually film these videos on my computer, my laptop. Um, I'm just looking around to see if there's like a mirror or something. There isn't. Uh, yeah, I have one idea that might go into a video. Um, Doing the egg roll in a bowl kind of thing. Um, that's the only thing that I am planning on cooking this week. My dad made a green enchilada recipe this weekend, and he always makes too much. My family comes from the southern cooking of cook for an army. Like all our recipes from the family are huge, like 8 to 10 portions, um, and that's a lot of food. So I took probably a third of what they had. They do it with like it's sort of like a Mexican lasagna, um, and they layer in tortillas to give it structure. I Instead of the tortilla, I threw some extra chicken pieces because I had some pre-cooked grilled strips um, of chicken, and I tossed those in and had a separate container, and I split that up over 4 meals. So that's what I've been having for dinner this week. And the egg roll in a bowl I'll make, and I might film it, I might not. Guys, it's kind of awkward. I don't I don't tell my parents that I have videos on this, mostly because I don't really want them prying into my psychology. I don't want to give them the same insight that I give you guys. Not that I'm hiding anything from them. They know I had the surgery. They know that I'm struggling some days. But there's a certain amount of freedom that comes with not having them see this exactly. Um, it is what it is. So I don't know that I'm going to film around them, and since I don't really cook lunches, so for lunch, like I'll have today I took a tortilla. It has a low carb tortilla. It has 3 net carbs, 50 calories, and then I took 2 ounces of sliced deli meat, just the type that you buy in the little package. It was a rotisserie chicken. It's got 50 calories in it. Um, and I laid it out on the tortilla, squirted some mustard in, rolled it up. That was lunch. Um, Mondays, when I'm taking my lunch to work, I'm doing a P3 pack, which has a lot of them have nuts in them, which can be kind of carby. The ones that I'm doing, I have one that is turkey, smoked bacon, and cheddar. Or actually, I think that one's Colby Jack. And then there's one that is turkey, ham, and cheddar. One's 150 calories, one's 160 calories, maybe 2 carbs at the most. Um, and it's a perfect size for lunch because it's not too much. It weighs, I think it's like 2.1 ounces for the whole thing. So I'm not at risk of being too full because I can eat. Well, I can eat. Probably my limit is around 6 ounces of food before I start to feel kind of full. Um, Realistically, I could probably put in more than that, but I don't want to test that limit. I don't want to try that. Don't do it. Um, that's what I tell myself. Don't do it. So when I plan out a dinner or something, I'm looking at like 3 ounces of protein, dense protein, and then I'll add vegetable onto that, whether that be a little salad, some broccoli, some green beans, something like that. Because vegetables are low calorie and you can put more in. That's what I'm telling myself. I don't put in a ton of vegetable, but they do fill me up pretty quickly. So once that's maybe a little weird. I could probably eat more protein, just strictly eating meats, than with the vegetable added. For some reason, the vegetable is bulkier for me. And where my mom can't have a whole lot of pork or steak, those don't seem to bother me at all. I can eat them. I can eat a lot of them. Not that I have been eating a lot of them, so maybe I just haven't hit that limit, because I tend to portion them out to 3, maybe 4 ounces if I'm really hungry. So who knows? Yeah. I keep saying this is going to be quick, and it's not going to be quick because I keep thinking of things to bring up. And that's not normal for me. This thing, I usually don't say that quite as often. Whatever. I hope that you're all having a great week. I really do appreciate all of you for subscribing and watching and commenting. I can't stop saying if I don't comment, it's not that I don't read. I read all of your responses. Sometimes I just take a little bit to get back to responding to them, because I watch. I have my setup is a laptop with a keyboard on it, and then an extra screen. And most of my YouTube watching and stuff, I actually have the laptop closed, and I'm just watching on the additional screen, so I have access to a mouse. And so I may watch your videos and then not comment because I don't have the keyboard open to comment. It's probably pretty bad. I don't know. If I don't respond to you, I'm not trying to be offensive, and I may come back to you, but I'm just... I don't often know what to say. I don't know. I'm sorry. Anyways, I hope you all have a great week, and I'll talk to you guys later. Have a nice one. Bye.